Alright, welcome to the Not.a.prepper channel. I am Not.a.prepper. So for this little adventure, we decided to go to Goblin, I believe it's called Goblin Valley State Park. To my understanding, I think it is in Emery County, Utah. It was a fun little adventure. Some very nice scenery getting there. Unfortunately, looks like I still need to get a gimbal. Some of my shots here are a little jumpy, but this is just us filming the route there. So we did go through, I believe it's Price, Utah. That was like the main, the last real, you wouldn't call it a big city, but the last reasonable city that had that had gas stations, had grocery stores, and we'd stop there to grab a few extra things, and then we carried on with our little trip. This is another cool shot as we're getting closer to it. I think from this point we're still probably about an hour away. I'm not even sure what area this would be considered, but there's some nice views. Again, this is just the same stuff. A lot of it, again, is very rocky, no trees, very dry area. Alright, so here is Goblin Valley State Park. Behind me is where the parking area is. There is like a restroom there, and there's some pavilions. I believe you can camp near here. We did not camp here. We just came here for the views, walked around for a little while, and then carried on. So now this is actually down on the floor of the valley. Basically to my right here, there was a very dangerous looking little path you could get down here. But hey, it looks sketchy, but we all made it. So these are some really, really neat formations of rocks here. There's actually there was more people here than I thought. The parking lot was actually really crowded, so there's actually a few people in my shots here who I have no idea who they are. Very neat looking rocks. Obviously this one looks like it had a nice crack in it. Several areas kind of look like they have caves here. I did go here with the family. Kids had fun. They wanted to go further through these. I was not going to let them go climb through some of these rocks here. Like I said, these are all very unique formations that they have here. And I forget what kind of rocks these are, but obviously the materials underneath some of these rock layers are weaker than the upper rock layers, so they erode differently at different points. Okay, this one we noticed that someone had stuffed a banana up in here, so I definitely had to get a shot of the banana in the rock. So very, very interesting formations here. If I had discovered this place, I don't know if I would have called it Goblin Valley. I might have come up with a different name, but hey, I didn't discover it. A couple rocks here, depending on the angle, these look like they're kissing. Could probably call those the kissing rocks. I can say that it was ridiculous levels of windy at this place. It's in early April, and it took us 3.5 hours. Actually, almost took us 4 hours considering we stopped. So it wasn't like we got here at 0 dark 30. It was daytime, probably almost noon, and it was ridiculous cold with the wind. I definitely had a decent amount of gear on. So if you do decide to come out here, definitely do a weather check. I believe it can get very hot in the summertime, but it's still fairly cool at night. Like I was saying, in April, it was ridiculous cold, but we carried on. So again, we got more shots of these formations. We only stayed here for a few hours, but there's a lot you can explore. Actually, it was quite windy, and so that it was blowing the dirt and the sand around as well. Thankfully, most of my shots I don't have a bunch of dirt and sand, and there's some people filming towards where we are, so I wanted to see if I could even see them. More miscellaneous little caves here. Again, none of these caves go really deep in there. They're more like maybe crevices. So I wasn't going to let my kids just go as far as they possibly could in these places because I may not be able to get them out. So these are definitely neat areas, neat formations. Very interesting. Like I said, it's something that as an adult I enjoyed exploring this area. My younger kids really enjoyed climbing around all of these places. They wanted to go places that I was not going to let them climb up. So there's someone with a dog there. Again, more caves. It actually reminds me of a movie or something. It looks almost unrealistic. So this whole area was very, very neat. Again, weather-wise, just got to pay attention before you decide to come down here. Pick a decent time. Obviously, I could not hold my camera steady. More kissing rocks. This was a little trail. I wasn't sure how far it would go up here. I think we did see some people who also went up here. I was struggling in this area. It wasn't really a path, a lot of rocks. I think I dropped my water bottle and was struggling in here to pick it up and put it back in my backpack. In a second here, this is kind of like a T section or whatever, and when I get up to a corner and I look around the corner, there's actually people further ahead of us. But the rest of my family did not want to make this little path, this little trek here. So I tried to get a couple shots showing what's ahead of this. Now here's some random people who I don't know who they are. And then that's looking up the opposite side. You'd have to kind of climb up a little bit to go that way. It looks like it would support an adult human, but I'm not sure. So here we are. That's kind of looking, this is where I'm looking basically towards where the parking area is up there. Behind me is the other little pathway that we decided not to go further. Across that side over there is where most of those caves I took pictures of were. And there's another cave. More unique rock formations. A lot of these look very sketchy, like they might decide to fall one day very soon. All right, this is us leaving the parking area. We never walked up towards that direction. I don't know if that's the main valley area where you go to, but there's a lot of different trails around here. All right, this is a shot from the parking lot at the main entrance area where you pay to get in. I think it cost about $20 to get my whole family in, just $20 per vehicle. And I think that's about it. So if you could like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the outdoors. Have fun being with your family. All right, see you next time.